From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now on the Afternoon Edition, former President Donald Trump facing new charges related to the January 6th Capitol attack and the 2020 election. What's next in the historic indictment? Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Cook. We begin with that third criminal indictment against former President Trump. A federal grand jury formally accused him of conspiring to overturn the 2020 election results. But he denies any wrongdoing. Natalie Brand is in Washington with a look at what's next.
Special counsel Jack Smith unveiled a historic indictment against the former president, charging him with conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6, 2021, was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy.
Prosecutors allege Trump spread lies, even though he knew his claims were false, and accused him and 6 co-conspirators of organizing fake electors in 7 states he lost. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. His legal team appears to be shifting blame onto lawyers who were advising him at the time.
Everything that President Trump did was with the advice of lawyers and counsel.
The indictment also lists 6 unnamed co-conspirators who have not been charged in the case against the former president. Sources close to the investigation say the indictment suggests that lawyers Rudy Giuliani, John Eastman, Sidney Powell, as well as former Justice Department official Jeffrey Clark could be the potential co-conspirators, though the special counsel has not confirmed the identities.
This may be just a little push toward any of the 6 to say, okay, I didn't name you. Here's your chance. Come on down. You can cooperate with me.
Eastman's attorney in a statement argues the indictment relies on a misleading presentation of the record, and a statement from Giuliani said in part the indictment eviscerates the First Amendment.
Now, the arraignment is scheduled for tomorrow at 1 p.m. our time at a federal courthouse in D.C., and Trump is expected to appear in person. The man accused of killing Cash App founder Bob Lee will stand trial for murder in San Francisco. In a 2-day hearing, prosecutors made their case against Nima Momeni with surveillance video and with expert witnesses who testified that DNA from both men was on the knife used to stab Lee to death in Rincon Hill back in April. The DA had previously released text messages suggesting that Lee had a fight with Momeni the night he died. Now, part of a San Francisco neighborhood is still closed off after a 4-alarm fire that destroyed a building under construction. At last check, crews were still putting out hot spots and cleaning up at Octavia and Oak Streets in Hayes Valley. These are scenes from when that fire was still going strong. The flames ripped down scaffolding and even cracked windows across the street. Firefighters said they could have easily taken out an entire city block. Neighbors in Hayes Valley told us they tried to warn the city months ago that something like this could happen, and have even brought up the issue of previous homeless encampment fires in the area.
We basically got no response. So we outlined our concerns that something more major could happen. Now, we don't know if this fire is a result of, a homeless encampment, but what we do know is that we've had a string of fires up and down here that have caused grave concern for neighbors.
Now, thankfully, no one was injured in this, but 8 people did get displaced. In a statement to KPIX, the city said they are aware of prior incidents like this in the past, and they are committed to keeping streets clean through regular homeless outreach. All right, let's take a quick break and get over to First Alert meteorologist Jessica Birch. Hi, Jess.
Hey, how's it going? We're going to start off a little bit more south compared to where we're at right now. Down in the southwest, they're still dealing with that extreme heat as a heat dome is building over the southwest, anywhere from Southern California over into the Four Corners. Triple digits still in the forecast for many of them down there where they've been seeing this consistent heat. But back up here in the Bay, we're catching a break. We're pretty much all below average as we head into this afternoon, except for San Rafael, sitting just about 2 degrees above average. But why are we dealing with such cool weather? Well, we can thank low pressure moving in from offshore for that. We saw a little bit A little bit of coastal drizzle this morning. We see these high clouds still lasting, even some low clouds just over the Golden Gate Bridge right now at the noon hour. And those winds are going to start kicking up a lot more as we head into the afternoon. San Francisco currently sitting at 58 degrees, 73 over in Concord. We're only going to warm up into the 80s off into our East Inland Hills later into this afternoon. This is a cool forecast for us. Like I said, we're all below average, despite the fact that many people throughout the rest of the states are dealing with extreme heat. So enjoy it while we have it. We have a big warm up right around the corner heading into this weekend.
Thank you, Jess. Well, San Francisco police arrested a man they say pushed an 81-year-old woman to the ground in the Fillmore district. That woman had to drive herself to the hospital after hitting her head in the street. It happened last Wednesday afternoon near the intersection of Franklin and Myrtle Streets. Then on Saturday, police say they were responding to a separate call when officers recognized the suspect from surveillance video of the assault. They arrested him on 7 charges, including attempted homicide. Oakland residents have been pushing for a state of emergency to get a handle on violent crime there. Last week, a 75-year-old woman was home alone when 2 intruders forced their way in. Then she opened fire on them. Oakland residents tell our Katie Nielsen 2 men shot back, firing almost 20 rounds at the homeowner, who somehow, amazingly, did not get hurt.
She's still at jeopardy, being an elderly woman trying to protect herself.
A neighbor who lives a few doors down from where the home invasion happened said he didn't want us to use his name or show his face on camera, saying he doesn't want to be the next target. He says the entire neighborhood is on edge.
This neighborhood used to be nice and quiet, and the only thing you had to worry about were the skunk and raccoons and possums and stuff like that in your yard.
He says now residents don't feel safe, partly because they don't think police will show up fast enough when they call 911.
We have to protect ourselves now, because if something happens, I don't have time to wait for the police, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be put on hold 5-10 minutes.
According to the Oakland Police Officers Union, there are 712 budgeted positions for all officers, the lowest in about 20 years, which means fewer officers available to respond to those 911 calls.
Most of us in the police department don't feel that the level of service we're providing with as few police officers as we have is at a level that our residents want.
Now, earlier this year, Mayor Sheng Tao fired Oakland Police Chief LaRon Armstrong, saying he mishandled officer misconduct cases. Now, nearly 6 months later, there's still no one in that permanent post. But people will get a chance to discuss what they want to see in a new leader. The Police Commission will hold a series of in-person forums starting on Saturday. They also launched an online survey. A consulting firm is now working with the commission to come up with a short list of candidates. Ultimately, it is up to the mayor, though, to decide who the next police chief will be.